Excused: Boquist, Gerard, Linthicum. Voting no: Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Golden, Manning, Brozonsky, Riley, Taylor, Wagner. 17 aye votes.
The motion has carried. Without objection, the Senate will proceed to the order of introduction and first reading of Senate measures. It is so ordered. Introduction and first reading of Senate measures.
Senate Concurrent Resolution 38, adjourning sine die 2019 regular session of the 80th Legislative Assembly.
Transmitted to the Rules Committee. Without objection, the Senate will proceed to the order of first reading of House measures. It is so ordered. First reading of House measures.
House Concurrent Resolution 38, establishing limitations and deadlines for legislative measures, the 2020 regular session of the 80th Legislative Assembly. House Joint Resolution 10, proposing amendment to our Constitution, requiring unanimous jury verdicts in criminal trials. House Bill 5005, relating to state financial administration, declaring emergency. House Bill 5006, relating to state financial administration, declaring emergency. House Bill 5014, relating to financial administration, Department of Justice, declaring emergency. House Bill 5015, relating to financial administration, Department of Education, declaring emergency. House Bill 5019, relating to financial administration, State Forestry Department, declaring emergency. House Bill 5021, relating to financial administration, Office of the Governor, declaring emergency. House Bill 5024, relating to financial administration, Higher Education Coordinating Commission, declaring emergency. House Bill 5025, relating to financial administration, or Higher Education Coordinating Commission, declaring emergency. House Bill 5026, relating to financial administration, Department of Human Services, declaring emergency. House Bill 5029, relating to state financial administration, declaring emergency. House Bill 5030, relating to lottery bonds, declaring emergency. House Bill 5032, relating to financial administration, Public Employees Retirement System, declaring emergency. House Bill 5034, relating to financial administration, Secretary of State, declaring emergency. House Bill 5038, relating to financial administration, Tobacco Settlement Funds Account, declaring emergency. House Bill 5039, relating to financial administration, Department of Transportation, declaring emergency. House Bill 5040, relating to financial administration, Department of Transportation, declaring emergency. House Bill 5040, relating to financial administration, State Treasurer, declaring emergency. House Bill 2001, relating to housing, declaring emergency. House Bill 2002, relating to preserving affordable housing. House Bill 2003, relating to buildings and declaring emergency. House Bill 2005, relating to family medical leave benefits and prescribing effective date and providing revenue raising that requires approval by 3/5 majority. House Bill 2006, relating to housing, declaring emergency. House Bill 2007, relating to engine emissions and declaring emergency. House Bill 2018, relating to education, declaring emergency. House Bill 2024, relating to early childhood care. House Bill 2025, relating to early learning. House Bill 2032, relating to temporary assistance for needy families program, declaring emergency. House Bill 2036, relating to housing development and guarantee account. House Bill 2073, relating to forest products harvest taxation, prescribing effective date and providing revenue raising that requires approval by 3/1 majority. House Bill 2130, relating to sunsets for certain ad valorem property tax relief programs, prescribing effective date. House Bill 2164, relating to taxation, prescribing effective date. House Bill 2173, and broadband, declaring emergency. House Bill 2184, relating to Universal Service Fund, prescribing effective date. House Bill 2206, relating to emergency management. House Bill 2241, relating to state court technology fees and declaring emergency. House Bill 2257, relating to drugs and declaring emergency. House Bill 2270, relating to taxes on non-food consumer products, providing revenue raising requires approval by 3/5 majority, and providing that this act shall be referred to the people for their approval or rejection. House Bill 2329, relating to energy facilities. House Bill 2346, relating to child care and declaring emergency. House Bill 2353, relating to boats. House Bill 2508, relating to refugees in Oregon, declaring emergency. House Bill 2574, relating to shellfish and declaring emergency. House Bill 2579, relating to Farm to School Grant Program, declaring emergency. House Bill 2600, relating to disease outbreaks in congregate care facilities. House Bill 2618, relating to solar incentives and prescribing effective date. House Bill 2706, relating to dental care for Pacific Islanders legally residing in Oregon under compact-free associations, declaring emergency. House Bill 2817, relating to grants for members of the Oregon National Guard. House Bill 2849, relating to protective custody of children. House Bill 2896, relating to manufactured dwellings, prescribing effective date. House Bill 3910, relating to Oregon Promise Program. House Bill 2998, relating to language documents submitted to Secretary of State for filing, prescribing effective date. House Bill 3064, relating to criminal justice entities. House Bill 3136, relating to administration of local transient lodging taxes by Department of Revenue, prescribing effective date. House Bill 3145, relating to Public Defense Services Commission, declaring emergency. House Bill 3165, relating to school-based health services, declaring emergency. House Bill 3183, relating to term assistance for needy family program, declaring emergency. House Bill 3273, relating to drugs and prescribing effective date. House Bill 3447, relating to courts and declaring emergency and providing for revenue raising that requires approval by 3/5 majority. House Bill 3450, relating to mixed-use housing within employment lands. House Bill 3452, relating to memorial highways.
HCR 38, HJR 10, HB 3450, HB 3452 are referred to the Rules Committee. HB 2130, HB 2164, and HB 2270 are referred to the Joint Committee on Tax Expenditures. The remaining measures are referred to the Ways and Means Committee, and it is so ordered. Without objection, the Senate will revert to the order of propositions and motions. That's so ordered. Propositions and motions. Senator Herman Bertschiger, Jr.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that in compliance with Article 4, Section 19 of the Oregon Constitution, notwithstanding any provision of the Senate rules for the 2019 regular session of the 80th Assembly, the requirement that on its final passage each bill shall be read section by section be suspended for all remaining measures not subject to rules suspension for today.
Senator Burdick has moved that in compliance with Article 4, Section 19 of the Oregon Constitution, and notwithstanding any provisions of the Senate rules for the regular session, that we suspend the rules for all remaining measures not subject to rule suspension for today. Any objections? I hear no objection. The motion has carried. We're now under concurrences. Senator Brzezinski.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the Senate concur with the House amendments and repass SCR 25A.
Senator Brzezinski has moved that the Senate concur with House amendments and repass SCR 25A. To your motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, the House added a provision to expressly state that we will treat survivor defendants involved in criminal justice systems with respect throughout the criminal justice process. Thank you, Mr. President.
Discussion. Closing. Those of the opinion that the Senate should concur in the House amendments and repass SCR 25, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Well, what's wrong?
Clerk will call the roll.
What?
Clerk will call the roll.
Clerk will please call the roll.
Wagner. Bertschiger. Bentz. Byer. Boquist. Bowles. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Girard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Manning. Moss Anderson. Olson. Brzezinski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. President Courtney. Excused. Boquist. Absent. Girard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
SCR 25A, having received a constitutional majority, has been repassed. Senator Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate concur in the House amendments to Senate Bill 123 and repass the bill.
Senator Taylor has moved that the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 123B. To your motion.
Colleagues, in the other chamber, some additional matters came into light that warranted clarity in statute that will assist in the implementation of the equal pay law. It was amended in the House to do the following: clarify original intent, which was to make certain that in represented workplaces there may be a lawful wage differential under the equal pay law if the reason for that is that the difference in compensation is due to one or more multiple modified factors, just like in places of employment that are not represented. 2, removes the reference to red circling of wages. This practice is currently in rule, and the removal was not intended to signal either legislative approval or disapproval of this practice. 3, the amendment also fixed a drafting error in the workers' compensation portion of the bill. The bill passed the House unanimously and originally passed the Senate unanimously, and I urge the body to vote yes on Senate Bill 123 and to concur with the House amendments. Thank you, Mr. President.
Discussion. Your closing. Those of the opinion that the Senate should concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 123B, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Bertschiger. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Girard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Moss Anderson. Olson. Brzezinski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. President Courtney. Excused. Boquist. Absent. Girard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 123, having received a constitutional majority, has repassed. Recognize Senator Roblin, please.
I move that Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 695B.
Senator Roblin has moved that the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 695B. To your motion.
They made some good adjustments in the House. I urge you to vote aye.
Discussion. Closing. Those of the opinion that the Senate should concur in the House amendments and repass 695B, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll. Clerk.
Benz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Modis Anderson. Olson. Przanski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Bearsugar. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 695B, having received the constitutional majority, has repassed. Senator Hass.
I move the Senate concur in House amendments and repass Senate Bill 769.
Senator Hass moved that the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 769A. To your motion.
The bill passed the Senate unanimously back in April. It allows a utility solar project to make the payments it owes in lieu of property taxes. The House amended the bill to also require solar providers to annually certify the output of a project to county assessors. We should concur with the House.
Discussion. Closing. Those of the opinion that the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 769A, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Modis Anderson. Olson. Przanski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Bearsugar. Bentz. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 769A, having received the constitutional majority, has repassed. Senator Hurd.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate concur in House amendments and repass Senate Bill 935-B.
Senator Hurd has moved the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 935B. To your motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, the House did some slight changes. It's still a great bill. It should pass.
Discussion. Senator Olson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to declare a potential conflict of interest.
Please file your potential conflict.
Thank you, Mr. President. This bill directly relates to general contractors, and I am one.
Discussion. Closing. Those of the opinion the Senate should concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 935B, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Modis Anderson. Olson. Przanski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Bearsugar. Bentz. Byer. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. Voting no. Olson. 26 aye votes.
Senate Bill 935B, having received the constitutional majority, has repassed. Senator Przanski.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the Senate concur with the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 1002B.
Senator Przanski has moved the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 1002B. To your motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, the House added an expansion of prohibitions that district attorneys will not be able to condition a plea negotiation. The key of this bill is to allow for the Corrections Department to be able to do what they believe is correct in helping and assisting an individual through their time and making them a better citizen. Thank you, Mr. President.
Discussion. Closing. Those of the opinion the Senate should concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 1002B, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monas Anderson, Olson, Przonski, Riley, Roblin, Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Barrett Sugar, Bentz, Byer, Bowles. President Courtney. Excused: Boquist. Absent: Gerard, Linthicum. Voting no: Barrett Sugar, Bentz, Bowles, Hansel, Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Olson, Thompson. 18 aye votes.
The Senate Bill 1002 be received. The constitutional majority is declared repassed. The Senate will now take action on the Conference Committee report on Senate Bill 24. Senator Brzezinski.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the Senate accept the concurrent conference report, that I move for the adoption of the conference committee report and repass Senate Bill 24.
Mr. Brzezinski has moved that the Senate adopt the Conference Committee report and repass Senate Bill 24. To your motion, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, the changes that we made is basically to improve the bill, to ensure that we protect all of those that we need to, and ensuring that those who are in the process of going through a determination of the mental health proceedings are taken care of at the local level, not overstacking the state hospital. Thank you, Mr. President.
Discussion? Closing? Those of the opinion Senate should adopt the Conference Committee report and repass Senate Bill 24, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Burdick, Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, Hansel, Hass, Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monas Anderson, Olson, Przonski, Riley, Roblin, Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Barrett Sugar, Bentz, Byer, Bowles, Boquist. President Courtney. Excused: Boquist. Absent: Gerard, Linthicum. Voting no: Thompson. 26 aye votes.
Senate Bill 24, having received a constitutional majority, is declared to be repassed. Action on executive appointments requires Senate approval. Introduction and first reading of Senate measures. Second reading of Senate measures.
Senate Joint Resolution 18, proposing amendment to Oregon Constitution relating to use of monies in political campaigns. House Senate Bill 5511, relating to financial administration, State Department, Geology and Mineral Resources, declare emergency. Senate Bill 5512, relating to financial administration of the Housing and Community Services Department, declare emergency. Senate Bill 5515, relating to financial administration, Department of Justice, declare emergency. Senate Bill 5517, relating to financial administration, legislative branch agencies, declare emergency. Senate Bill 5525, relating to financial administration, Oregon Health Authority, declare emergency. Senate Bill 116, relating to elections, declare emergency. Senate Bill 171, relating to children, declare emergency. Senate Bill 669, relating to assistance with activities of daily living provided to individuals in their homes. Senate Bill 770, relating to statewide health care coverage and declaring emergency. Senate Bill 861, relating to elections, prescribing effective date. Senate Bill 872, relating to cost of prescription drugs. Senate Bill 1005, relating to public safety and declaring emergency. Senate Bill 1053, relating to TriMet Crash Advisory Committee.
Passed to the calendar. Third reading of the Senate measure. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 5504, relating to financial administration and the Department of Corrections and declaring emergency.
Recognize Senator Manning.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, Senate Bill 5504 is the budget bill for the Department of Corrections, which operates state's 14 prisons and funds community corrections system. This is a really important bill, and I will be filing a vote explanation approved by the Joint Committee on Ways and Means. I urge an aye vote.
Closing. Those of the opinion that Senate Bill 500045 should pass, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, Hansel, Hass, Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monas Anderson, Olson, Przonski, Riley, Roblin, Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Barrett Sugar, Bentz, Byer, Bowles, Boquist. Burdick. Excused. Boquist. Voting or absent. Gerard. Linthicum. Absent. Gerard. Linthicum. Voting no. Beartrigger. Bentz. Bowles. Canope. Olson. Thatcher. Thompson. 20 aye votes.
Senate Bill 5504A, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 5513, relating to financial administration and judicial department, declaring emergency.
Recognize Senator Manning.
Mr. President, Senate Bill 5513 is the budget bill for the Oregon Judiciary Department. A very important bill. I will be filing a vote explanation approved by the Joint Committee on Ways and Means. I urge an aye vote.
Discussion? Close. Those of the opinion that Senate Bill 5513A should be approved, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Canope. Linthicum. Manning. Monis Anderson. Olson. Przonski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Beartrigger. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. President Courtney. Excused. Boquist. Absent. Gerard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Bill 5513A, received constitutional majority, has passed. Clerk reads bill.
Senate Bill 5516, relating to financial administration of Bureau of Labor and Industries, and declaring emergency.
Senator Golden.
Thank you, Mr. President. SB 5516 is the budget bill for the Bureau of Labor and Industries. Joint Committee on Ways and Means recommends a total funds budget of just over $31,400,000 and 112 positions. The recommended budget includes a number of enhancements to increase transparency and customer service. I will detail many of these in a vote explanation that I will file. I urge your support of SB 5516. Thank you.
Discussion. Senator Tim Canope.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do support this bill. However, colleagues, I would flag for you that we have passed many bills this session that help our constituents seek and get justice through discrimination complaints at BOLI, and therefore I believe that we need to do more in terms of providing funds to fund positions in the Civil Rights Division so these complaints can be done in a timely manner. So I hope in future asks that we can focus on that, but I urge your aye vote on the BOLI budget. Thank you.
Further discussion? Senator Golden, your closing. Question now rises upon third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 5516A. Those opinion bills passed, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Canope. Linthicum. Manning. Monis Anderson. Olson. Przonski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Beartrigger. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. President Courtney. Excused. Boquist. Absent. Gerard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 5516A received a constitutional majority. It's declared passed. Clerk will read the bill.
Senate Bill 5519, relating to financial administration, Oregon Liquor Control Commission, and declaring an emergency.
Recognize Senator Hansel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 5519 is the budget bill for the Oregon Liquor Control Commission. OLCC supports business, public safety, community livability through education and the enforcement of liquor and marijuana laws. The Joint Committee on Ways and Means recommends a budget of $247,412,476 other funds and 363 positions, or 361 FTE. The recommendation includes a variety of things which I will submit at the end in my vote explanation. The Joint Committee on Ways and Means recommends approval of Senate Bill 5519 as amended.
Discussion. Closing. Question by on third reading and final passage of Senate Bill 55198. Those opinion bills passed, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Montes Anderson. Olson. Przonski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. President Courtney. Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 5519A, received constant majority, has passed. Clerk reads bill.
Senate Bill 5539, relating to financial administration, Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board, and declaring emergency.
Recognized Senator Steiner Hayward.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 5539 is the budget bill for the Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board, which administers lottery funds which are dedicated to fund watershed conservation and restoration. I will be submitting full details with my vote explanation. I urge your aye vote.
Discussion. Closing. Those are the opinion. Senate Bill 5539A should pass, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Montes Anderson. Olson. Przonski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 5539A, received constant majority, is passed. Clerk reads bill.
Senate Bill 540, relating to financial administration, Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board, and declare emergency.
Recognized Senator Steiner Hayward.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 5540 provides the Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board with a 6-year limitation for local grant projects funded by Measure 76 lottery funds. I will be submitting the full details of the bill in my vote explanation. I urge your aye vote.
Closing. Question now on third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 55408. Those opinion bills passed, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Montes Anderson. Olson. Przonski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. President Courtney. Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. Voting no. Thatcher. 26 aye votes.
Senate Bill 55408, having received a constant majority, has passed. Clerk reads bill.
Senate Bill 545, relating to state financial administration, and declare emergency.
Recognized Senator Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, today I request your support for Senate Bill 5545, which is the Department of Energy budget bill. It passed out of the Joint Committee of Ways and Means, total budget of $81.9 million. I'll be submitting a full explanation of my vote, and I encourage a yes vote, Mr. President.
Discussion. Closing. Those of the opinion Senate Bill 5545A should pass, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Montes Anderson. Olson. Przonski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Barrett Sugar, Benz, Byer, Bowles, Boquist, Burdick, Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused, Boquist, absent, Gerard, Linthicum, voting no, Olson, Thompson, 25 aye votes.
Senate Bill 5545A, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 1, relating to youth with specialized needs.
Recognize Senator Sarah Gelser.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, Senate Bill 1 is a key part of our strategy to make sure that we meet the complex needs of kids in our state by keeping them in our state with the services that they need. I urge your aye vote.
Discussion. Closing. Question now rises now upon third reading and final pass. Senate Bill 1B. Those opinion bills passed. Say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Hass, Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monis Anderson, Olson, Brzezinski, Riley, Roblin, Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Barrett Sugar, Bentz, Byer, Bowles, Boquist, Burdick, Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, Hansel, President Courtney. Excused, Boquist, absent, Gerard, Linthicum, 27 aye votes.
Bill 1B, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 155, relating to interpersonal boundary invasions affecting youth and declaring emergency.
Recognize Senator Roblin.
So, Mr. President, this is an amazing bill all of us should be voting for. I want to make sure I put on the record, because I promised two people that I would, that if the state police have always done their job when reports are made, if it's criminal, they follow through. We don't expect any additional work for them. And for any of the employees that the district decides to do their own investigation instead of what's in the book, they have the responsibility for state and federal laws as well as due process laws and their contract. With that, I urge an aye vote on Senate Bill 155 and thank Senate Representative Bonham for helping.
Discussion. Closing. Question now rises upon third reading and final pass. Senate Bill 155B. Those opinion bills passed. Say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monis Anderson, Olson, Brzezinski, Riley, Roblin, Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Barrett Sugar, Bentz, Byer, Bowles, Boquist, Burdick, Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, Hansel, Hass, President Courtney. Excused, Boquist, absent, Gerard, Linthicum, 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 155B, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 445, relating to Invasive Species Council and prescribing an effective date.
Recognize Senator Luke Frederick.
Thank you, Mr. President. Excuse me, I got caught unawares there. I had the wrong one. Thank you. Senate Bill 445 relates to the Oregon Invasive Species Council. I will be submitting a vote explanation as part of the Joint Ways and Means Committee report. I urge you to vote for this particular bill, and I hope we're able to continue the great work of the Invasive Species Council. Thank you.
Discussion. Closing. Question now rises upon third reading and final pass. Senate Bill 445A. Those opinion bills passed. Say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monis Anderson, Olson, Brzezinski, Riley, Roblin, Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Barrett Sugar, Bentz, Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. President Courtney. Excused. Boquist. Absent. Gerard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 445A, received a constitutional majority, has passed. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 454, relating to administering unclaimed properties and prescribing an effective date.
Recognize Senator Hansel.
Mr. President, Senate Bill 454 transfers administration of the Uniform Disposition of Unclaimed Property Act, unclaimed estates, escheated property, and funds from the Department of State Lands to the State Treasury with an operative date of July 1st, 2021. The measure has an indeterminate fiscal impacts on the budgetary and financial details of the transfer have yet to be worked out. Given July 1, 2021 operative date, the measure may not require any budgetary adjustments for the 2019-21 biennium. For the 2019-21-23 biennium, affected agencies will need to develop budget proposals for consideration by the legislature in 2021. The Joint Committees on Ways and Means recommends approval of Senate Bill 454 as amended.
Discussion? Closing? Question now rises upon the final approval of Senate Bill 454B. Those opinion bills passed, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Canope. Linthicum. Manning. Monas Anderson. Olson. Brzezinski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused. Boquist. Absent. Gerard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 454B, having issued constitutional majority, is passed. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 792, relating to auto dismantlers.
Recognize Senator Lou Frederick.
President, I am prepared for this one. I appreciate that. Senate Bill 792B makes several changes to the current Oregon Department of Transportation auto dismantler program, including reducing the certification period, lowering the fee, requiring a fire response plan, and proof of any applicable permits required by the Department of Environmental Quality. I will have some detail on this as well in the voter explanation. The Joint Ways and Means Committee recommended approval of Senate Bill 792. Thank you.
Discussion? Closing? Question now rises upon third reading and final pass. Senate Bill 792B. Those opinion bills passed, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Linthicum. Manning. Monas Anderson. Olson. Brzezinski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Canope. Linthicum. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused. Boquist. Absent. Gerard. Linthicum. Voting no. Hurd. Canope. Thatcher. Thompson. 23 aye votes.
Senate Bill 792B, having received a constitutional majority, it's passed. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 885, relating to limits on Willamette Valley canola production, to declare an emergency.
Recognize Senator Frederick.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 885 defines the Willamette Valley Protected District for the purpose of licensing by the Department of Agriculture up to 500 acres of canola production. The ODA is authorized to assess civil penalties not to exceed $25,000 each for a violation of the canola production without a license. The bill has no fiscal impact, and the Joint Committee on Ways and Means recommends approval of Senate Bill 885 as amended.
Discussion. Closing. Question now rises upon third reading and final pass. Senate Bill 885A. Those opinion bills passed, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Manning. Monis Anderson. Olson. Przonski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. President Courtney.
Or did she?
Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. Voting no.
Oh, Knope is no.
Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Hurd. Knope. Olson. Thompson. 21 aye votes.
Bill 885A, having received a constitutional majority, has passed. Clerk reads the bill.
Senate Bill 1019 relating to the egg industry.
Recognize Senator Dembro.
Thank you, Mr. President, colleagues. Senate Bill 1019 amends our standards regulating egg production and the sale of eggs and egg products. This bill came to us as a joint proposal from industry and advocates for the humane treatment of animals. It brings Oregon's standards into alignment with those of our neighboring states of California and Washington. Colleagues, this is a necessary step, and I urge and I vote.
Discussion. Closing. Question now arises upon the third reading and final pass Senate Bill 1019B. Those opinion bills pass. Say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Monis Anderson. Olson. Olson. Przonski.
Aye.
Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro.
Aye.
Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Gerard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. President Courtney. Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. Voting no, Barrett Sugar, Hurd, Olson, Thatcher, Thompson. 22 aye votes.
Senate Bill 1019B, having received a constitutional majority, declared passed. First reading of House measures. Recognize Senator Hansel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Vote explanation.
Please file your vote explanation.
The reason I want to file it is because I was a no vote in committee, but since that time, the carrier of the motion pointed out to me that it was actually supported by the egg producing industry in Oregon, and for that reason, I changed my vote on the floor. Thank you.
The first reading of House measures, second reading of House measures.
House Bill 5011 relating to financial administration, Department of Consumer Business Services, and declaring emergency. House Bill 3017 relating to financial administration, Department of Environmental Quality, and declaring emergency. House Bill 218 relating to financial administration, Department of Environmental Quality, and declaring emergency. House Bill 5027 relating to financial administration, Department of Land Conservation and Development, and declaring emergency. House Bill 5033 relating to financial administration, Department of Revenue, declaring emergency. House Bill 2015 relating to documents issued by Department of Transportation, declaring emergency. House Bill 2053 relating to economic development, prescribing effective date. House Bill 2128 relating to tax expenditures, prescribing effective date. House Bill 2174 relating to urban renewal, prescribing effective date. House Bill 2209 relating to safe transportation of oil. House Bill 2230 relating to mandatory overtime for nursing staff and correctional facilities. House Bill 2333 relating to recreational vehicles. House Bill 2390 relating to administration of public funds. House Bill 2437 relating to removal of fill laws and declaring emergency. House Bill 2444 relating to agricultural education, declaring emergency. House Bill 2449 relating to tax for emergency communications, providing revenue raising requests approved by 3/5 majority. House Bill 2587 relating to homestead property tax deferral program, prescribing effective date. House Bill 2983 relating to campaign finance, declaring emergency. House Bill 3610 relating to distribution of marijuana tax revenues to local governments and prescribing effective date. House Bill 3348 relating to disclosure of financial impact of ballot measures. House Bill 3377 relating to legislative branch and declaring emergency.
They won't approve because the calendar. Third reading of House measure. Clerk reads the bill.
House Concurrent Resolution 20, establishing standards of conduct for legislative branch and procedures for addressing violations of standards.
Recognize Senator Burdick.
Thank you, Mr. President. House Concurrent Resolution 20 comes to you on a unanimous vote from your bicameral, bipartisan Joint Committee on Capital Culture. House Concurrent Resolution 20 reforms the Legislative Branch Personnel Rule 27 to create 3 reporting avenues for harassing conduct that creates a hostile work environment or violates public accommodation law. The rule prohibits retaliation, authorizes the implementation of interim safety measures, and provides mechanisms to remedy harassing conduct regardless of its source. And in a rather unique circumstance, our newest senator from the Mid-Willamette Valley will have an opportunity to vote twice on this bill, once in the House and now here. I urge an aye vote.
Discussion, Senator Knopp.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I urge your aye vote on HCR 20A. This bill is the fourth of 5 bills that improve conditions for workers and our colleagues here at the Capitol as well as around the state. And this is very specific to the Capitol and deserves our support. But really what I want to do is thank co-chairs Burdick and Williamson for facilitating input from everyone on this bill, including the minority Republicans. We felt like we were heard and our issues were addressed, and I just wanted to indicate that I really appreciated that, and I urge your support of this important bill. Thank you.
Discussion. Closing. Question now raised on third reading, final passage, HCR 20A. Those opinion bills passed, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Olson. Olson. Brzezinski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Benz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Girard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Modis Anderson. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused. Boquist. Absent. Girard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
HCR 28 have received a constitutional majority, has passed. Clerk, read the bill.
House Bill 2716 relating to campaign finance.
Good night, Senator Golden.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, this measure addresses the public's very strong interest in campaign transparency by requiring communication in support of or opposition to a candidate to state the name of the person who paid for the communication. It requires inclusion of donor information in specified circumstances. It exempts communications in support of federal candidates, candidates who are not required to use ORSTAR, items the Secretary of State determines by rule are too small, lawn signs, pins, pens, wearable merchandise, skywriting, and items of de minimis value. It allows digital communications to include links to an active website. It authorizes the Secretary to determine the form of required statement by rule. It allows the Secretary of State or Attorney General to impose civil penalties up to 150% of the cost of making the communication when the disclosure requirements are not met. The very simple premise here, Mr. President, is that voters deserve to know who is influencing their vote. I urge your support. Thank you.
Discussion. Closing. Question now rise on third reading, final passage, House Bill 27168. Those opinion bills passed, say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Brzezinski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. Thompson. Thompson. Wagner. Barrett Sugar. Bentz. Byer. Boquist. Bowles. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Girard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum, Manning, Moss Anderson, Olson, President Courtney. Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard. Linthicum. Voting no, Bearsugar, Hurd, Thompson. 24 aye votes.
House Bill 2716A received a council majority, has passed. Clerk, read the bill.
House Bill 3239 relating to alcoholic beverages and declaring an emergency.
Recognize Senator Roebling.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a really great bill. You should pass it. I urge you, and I vote.
Discussion? Closing? Question now rises upon the third reading and final passage of House Bill 3239A. Those opinion bills passed. Say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Riley, Roebling, Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Bearsugar, Vance, Byer, Bowles, Boquist, Burdick, Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, Hansel, Hass, Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Moss Anderson, Olson, Brzezinski, President Courtney. Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard, Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
House Bill 3239A has received a constitutional majority, has passed. Other business of the Senate, according to SR 8.403, committee referral list number 70, was distributed to members on June 19th. This referral will be recorded in the Journal and Stage Report, and it is so ordered. The clerk will now read the proposed rule amendments to Senate rules that have been distributed to your desk.
Senate Rule 8.50, Committee Reports. Sub 1, all committee reports on measures shall be signed by the committee chair and shall comply with the following rules. C, during the short session and any special session, committee reports on all measures with or without amends must be submitted to Secretary of Senate as soon as possible, but no later than the third session day following final committee action on the measure. 8.60, Dissents Minority Reports. 1, any member of the committee who dissents from the committee recommendation shall be listed in the committee report as not concurring. Upon request of the Secretary of the Senate before adjournment sine die, the names of members not concurring shall be recorded in the measure history and journal. No minority reports may be filed in joint committees. 15.05, other personnel. 4, in consultation with each committee chair, the President may appoint a committee analyst or counsel and committee assistant to conduct the business of the committee, and in accordance with the current legislative administration budget, may appoint other personnel as determined necessary for proper operation of the committee. 15.20, expense allowed. 1, during the long session for the 80th Legislative Assembly, each member has an allowance of $60,888 for personal staff as defined in SR 1505, services and supplies as defined in SR 1601, and legislative newsletter as defined in SR 14.20. 2, during the interim periods of the short session of the 80th Legislative Assembly, each member has an allowance of $101.90 for personal staff as defined in SR 1505, services and supplies as defined in SR 1601, legislative newsletters as defined in SR 14.20. 1801, Legislative Branch Personnel and Contracting Rules. 1, the Legislative Branch Personnel Rules as adopted by the Senate on January 14th and amended on June 29, 2019 are incorporated into the Senate rules by this reference as rules of proceeding of the Senate. Sub 4 is deleted. 213.20, measure drafting and pre-session filing before the short sessions for members, caucuses, and interim committees. 1, except as otherwise provided herein, pre-session drafting requires measure and introduction shall be given by applicable concurrent resolution adopted by the 80th Legislative Assembly. 2, of the 3 remaining drafts requested for each committee granted under concurrent resolution, the committee chair is also is allowed 2 drafting requests, and the committee chair and vice chair in agreement are allowed 1 drafting request. 3, each Senate caucus may request for the President, and the President shall grant, pursuant to his authority under concurrent resolution, no more than 2 drafting requests and measure introductions as determined by the caucus leader. They may be used during the short session. 4, committee appointments for interim shall vote on measure introductions no later than January 15th, 2020. Section 4 becomes Section 5, Section 5 becomes Section 6, Section 6 becomes Section 7, and Section 7 becomes Section 8.
Without objection, to the constitutional and Senate rules provision, the Senate will revert to the order. Proposition motion is so ordered. Senator Hass.
Mr. President, I move the Senate concur in House amendments and repass Senate Bill 212.
Senator Hass moves that the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 212B. To your motion.
The House passed this bill. The Senate passed this bill, and the House made some changes, and I urge concurrence in those changes.
Discussion? Those of the opinion the Senate should concur and the House amendments should repass Senate Bill 212B. Please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Roeblen, Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Beartrigger, Bentz, Byer, Bowles, Boquist, Burdick, Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, Hansel, Hass, Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monis Anderson, Olson, Przonski, Riley, Knope, President Courtney. Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard, Linthicum. Voting no, Beartrigger, Bentz, Bowles, Hansel, Hurd, Knope, Olson, Thatcher, Thompson. 18 aye votes.
Senate Bill 212B received a constitutional majority as passed. Clerk reads the bill. Senator, did you read the bill? Recognize Senator Sarah Gelser.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that. Am I supposed to stop? I'm okay to go?
I messed up.
Okay, thanks. Colleagues, I move that the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 490.
The Senate concur and repass Senate Bill 490B. Those opinion bill, excuse me. Please do motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good amendments. Please vote yes.
It's discussion. Those are the opinion Senate should concur in House amendments and repass Senate Bill 90B. Please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Steiner Hayward, Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Beartrigger, Bentz, Byer, Bowles, Boquist, Burdick, Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, Hansel, Hass, Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monis Anderson, Olson, Przonski, Riley, Roeblen, President Courtney. Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard, Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 490B, having received a constitutional majority, has been declared passed. Senator Fagan.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate concur in the House amendment and repass Senate Bill 534C.
Concur with the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 534C. To your motion.
Good bill should pass again.
Discussion. Those are the opinion that the Senate should concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 534C. Please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Taylor, Thatcher, Thompson, Wagner, Beartrigger, Bentz, Byer, Boquist, Bowles, Burdick, Dembro, Fagan, Frederick, Gelser, Gerard, Golden, Hansel, Hass, Hurd, Johnson, Knope, Linthicum, Manning, Monis Anderson, Olson, Przonski, Riley, Roeblen, Steiner Hayward, President Courtney. Excused, Boquist. Absent, Gerard, Linthicum. Voting no, Dembro, Taylor. 25 aye votes.
The Senate Bill 534C, have received a constitutional amendment, has passed. Senator Fagan, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 586C.
I have moved the Senate concur and repass Senate Bill 586C. To your motion.
Good bill should pass again.
Discussion of this measure. Closing. Those of the opinion that the Senate should concur with the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 586C, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll.
Thatcher. Thompson. Wagner. Bertschiger. Benz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Girard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Moss Anderson. Olson. Brzezinski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. President Courtney. Excused. Boquist. Absent. Girard. Linthicum. Voting no. Olson. Thompson. 25 aye votes.
Senate Bill 586C, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Senator Gelser, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate concur in the House amendments and repass Senate Bill 994B.
Discussion? Closing? Question? 994B. Please say aye. Those opposed, no. Clerk, please call the roll. What? What's the matter? What? What do I need to do? Please call the roll.
Thompson. Wagner. Bertschiger. Benz. Byer. Bowles. Boquist. Burdick. Dembro. Fagan. Frederick. Gelser. Girard. Golden. Hansel. Hass. Hurd. Johnson. Knope. Linthicum. Manning. Moss Anderson. Olson. Brzezinski. Riley. Roblin. Steiner Hayward. Taylor. Thatcher. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused. Boquist. Absent. Girard. Linthicum. 27 aye votes.
Senate Bill 994B, having received a constitutional majority, has passed. We're going to recess till 11 o'clock. There is luncheon upstairs. We're going to recess till 11 o'clock. Senator Bertschiger and Senator Burdick, I'd like to see you in my office. What? Okay, they know that. I think they know that. Okay, we're in recess till 11 o'clock.